You are watching yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. It's Wednesday, Friday, or Saturday, and you know what those days mean. It's time for another AEW Event Center report for either Dynamite, Rampage, or Collision. And now, here is the host of the AEW Event Center Wrestling Report, New Bedford's version of Tony Schiavone, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, episode 1833 of the show. Glad to have you here. Yep, it is November 24th, 2024. Just turned Sunday. Just turned midnight. Just got AEW Full Gear is over. But before I go into Full Gear, I got some huge news, some sad news, breaking news. If you're a game show fan like myself, according to Dr. Mark Young, who is the partner of podcast partner of Blunt Force Truth with Chuck Woolery, and he announced that Chuck Woolery has passed away at the age of 83. Chuck Woolery, as you know, was the original host of Wheel of Fortune and also hosted Scrabble and Love Connection. And so Chuck Woolery, one of the last remaining members of the game show, original game show host from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s, has passed away. And so my condolences and prayers go out to the family of Chuck Woolery and the fans of Chuck Woolery as well. And rest in peace, Chuck Woolery. And I will be honoring Chuck Woolery by when I do every Barry and Enright bonus round, every time the score is tied at 2, I will call it a Chuck Woolery game from here on in, 2-2. So, rest in peace, Chuck Woolery. So, very sad news in the entertainment business. Well, let's talk about what happened on Full Gear. As you know, I'm going to go to the 0 hour first. Full Gear was even crazy, especially the end of Full Gear. I'll get to that. First matchup was the women's matchup between Anna Jay and Deonna Purrazzo. Now, I picked Purrazzo to win because I think Taya Valkyrie could get involved, but Anna Jay used her smarts to defeat Deonna Purrazzo. And then Lexi Nair interviewed Billy Starks as the World Cup, Wrestling Cup for Wrestle Kingdom. It will be happening, and there will be one representative of each of the organizations, the men's and the women's division. In the Ring of Honor women's division, Billy Starks, Red Velvet, Layla Hirsch, and Athena will represent. And in Fatal 4-Way, whoever wins that will be advancing to the Cup. There will be a huge tournament in the end. So, we'll start with a Fatal 4-Way, and it will go to the semifinals matchup. And then once that happens, so I think Ring of Honor and AEW are going to go. Having their, like I said, each will start as a Fatal 4-Way. Then it will turn into a one-on-one semifinals matchup, and then a one-on-one finals matchup at their version of Forbidden Door. So, Lexi was interviewing Billy Starks, and Red Velvet says, "No, I'm going to win this thing." Layla Hirsch says, "No, I beat you ladies. I'm going to win this thing." Athena said, "No, I'm going to beat all of you and win this thing." Then another matchup, Dante Martin versus Commander versus Mortos versus Buddy Matthews in a Fatal 4-Way. And Buddy Matthews ended up winning that matchup. And then Paul White joined on commentary for the next matchup. The Rizzler, who does this thing, was like sending baseball signals, that kid. It was the guest timekeeper for the matchup, Big Boom AJ versus QT Marshall, or as I like to call him, QT Fire Marshall Bill. And then QT Marshall during the match tries to go after the Rizzler. White stops him from doing that. And then Aaron Solo tried to get involved during the matchup, distracts the referee, giving Big Justice, Big Boom AJ's kid. Now, if you don't know who Big Boom AJ and Big Justice are, they're a couple social media personalities on TikTok. In fact, Big Boom AJ was a stalwart for the independent wrestling business in New Jersey. And they, him and his son go around to very popular supermarkets, buy the food, test it out, and say what if they like it, they give it a boom. If they don't like it, they give it a doom. So, and Big Justice ended up spearing Marshall during the matchup, and in the end, Big Boom AJ, won the matchup. So that's really cool. So congratulations to Big Boom AJ. I think Jordan was right. So, in that pick. Mercedes Moné was berating Camille and tells her to stay and watch from the back as she defends her title against Chris Statlander. Main card, Private Party versus the House of Blacks, Malachi Black and Brody King, Outrunners and the Acclaimed. And it seems like the Acclaimed are on the out. Some reminds me much of the Rockers, little. But I think that cost them in the end. Private Party ended up retaining the titles. Lexington interviewed Orange Cassidy. Orange Cassidy talked about how Private Party did work very hard to win their titles. He said he's going to do the same thing against Jon Moxley. Roderick Strong, versus MJF. And MJF, I picked him to win this matchup, and he did. And he continued to attack Roderick Strong after the matchup. But then Adam Cole and the Undisputed Kingdom chase him away. And Kyle O'Reilly comes up and yells at MJF. Yells at Adam Cole for being too late. And ends up taking Roderick Strong to the back. And then Adam Cole decides to follow suit. And then the TBS title was on the line. Mercedes Moné versus Chris Statlander. This matchup could have gone either way. Very close victories. But Mercedes Moné ended up picking up the victory, taking advantage of the fact that Chris Statlander hurt her right knee. Hopefully she's okay, and ended up winning the matchup. Moné keeps her title. Jay White went one-on-one with Hangman Adam Page, and Jay White ended up winning that matchup. It was a great matchup, and Hangman Adam Page attacked him after the matchup and ended up walking away. Meanwhile, Don Callis was joining on commentary. Will Ospreay went one-on-one with Kyle Fletcher. This match this matchup stole the show. Because this matchup, near falls, a lot of things happen. I mean, this matchup could have gone either way, but in the end, Kyle Fletcher ended up picking up the victory after a tombstone pile driver on the steel stairs. I think that really did it for him. Mark Davis comes running down to check up Ospreay after the matchup. And basically looked like Kyle Fletcher, goes, "What's up with this?" And we'll see what happens, because they used to be part of the United Empire, mind you. Then they had the championship champagne celebration with Mariah May and Mina Shirakawa. Mina Shirakawa looking all so gorgeous in her black evening dress, and they were about to sip, and they said, let's dance and celebrate after sipping on some champagne. So, as the girls were dancing, Mariah May snuck on over to get the champagne bottle. You would think that, she's going to keep drinking it. And then she was ready to wallop Mina Shirakawa in the head with it. But Mina Shirakawa turned around, saw it. Mariah took a swing. Mina ducked. And then Mina karate kicked the thing, the champagne bottle, and then ended up spearing Mariah May off the stage onto a table, and she got up, mouth was bleeding, and hopefully she's okay. So I think Mina Shirakawa must have saw it coming. You wonder if Mariah May must have heard about Mina Shirakawa aligning herself with Toni Storm in Japan. I think that could be a thing, and I think Mariah May could explain her actions. So that friendship's no more. I'm pulling for Mina Shirakawa. I love Mina Shirakawa. Need I say more on that? And then the TNT title was on the line as Jack Perry defends it against Daniel Garcia. Matt Menard joins on commentary. During the matchup, Jack Perry was trying to get at Matt Menard a couple times. He attacked Jack Perry attacked Garcia to the point where dumping trash on him at ringside. But Garcia beat the odds, came in the ring, and he ended up defeating Jack Perry to become the new TNT champion. About time. And there's only one member of the Elite left that has some gold, and that would be Kazuchika Okada, the Continental Champion. So, great matchup. Don Callis comes back on commentary again as the international title was on the line. Konosuke Takeshita went up against Ricochet, and Takeshita ended up retaining the title. And then Jim Ross was joining on commentary for the final two matches. Swerve Strickland went up against Bobby Lashley, and during the matchup, Shelton Benjamin tried to get involved. He gets ejected from ringside, and but Lashley did end up picking up the victory in the end. And Lashley did attack Prince Nana after the matchup with the Hurt Lock. So, and because the Hurt Syndicate wants to bully people and all that. That's their deal. Well, the AEW World Title was on the line. The Death Riders arrived in their truck, and defending it against when Jon Moxley defended his title against Orange Cassidy. This matchup, Orange Cassidy was busted open and all that, and during the matchup, Claudio Castagnoli and Pac appear at ringside, and then even though Orange Cassidy wants to do this alone, you can't. You got to get help, and the conglomeration got involved. Tomohiro Ishii, Kyle O'Reilly, and Rocky Romero. And then, as everybody was brawling, Marina Shafir grabbed the briefcase and went to go hit Orange Cassidy, and here comes Will Nightingale. She's also a member of the conglomeration, attacking Marina Shafir. So, and then Will Yuta gets involved, attacking Orange Cassidy, and it cost him the matchup, as Jon Moxley did retain, thanks to Wheeler Yuta. And then they continue to attack Cassidy, and Wheeler Yuta had this special, chemicals where they treat the wounds and starts pouring it. They're trying to make him drink it and all. And Orange Cassidy was heaving and almost ready to throw up. And then Hangman Adam Page, of all people, attacked Wheeler Yuta. Attack Wheeler Yuta, and then gets into and then confronts Moxley, and then Christian Cage attacks Moxley, hits him with the kill switch. And then as Christian Cage was contemplating on signing the contract, Jay White attacks Christian Cage. So, and then Claudio Castagnoli and Pac attacked Jay White afterwards, and then they all fled the arena. And that's what they're trying to flee flee the arena. They were trying to go to their truck, and all of a sudden a crazy car ended up hitting their truck, T-boned it, and then Death Riders were in a panic mode. They attacked somebody who probably has that white SUV. It was a white SUV, looks like a Ford, looks like a Bronco, almost like O.J. Simpson style. They end up attacking the guy who owns that, stole his vehicle and fled. And then the person who got out of the car, it was none other than Darby Allin. He says, "Where you effing going? We're not done yet." And he starts attacking the truck. Everybody's trying to calm him down. So I think I predicted more right than wrong. I predicted 5 right and 4 wrong in my predictions for AEW Full Gear. That is all the time we have on this show. Thank you everyone for tuning in, and tomorrow's a new week, a new beginning, folks. The final week of November, and I'll be bringing to you. I'll be going to David 3000 Network tomorrow afternoon as the New England Patriots battle the Miami Dolphins. We'll see how that goes. Patriots, I know they're having a tough time winning games, and we lost a tough one. We lost a tough one against the Rams. So the Patriots lost a tough one against the Rams. Dolphins always been a tough team on us. We'll see what happens. All right. So if you are happy to be Patriots fans, or you just want to chat with me, join me on the David 3000 Network. I'll be live tomorrow at 1:00. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the show, and we'll see what happens. Final week of November starts now. And until next episode comes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode. This is your announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E, do it for Bob Saget Productions, and in association with a Raven Beaufort Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching today's episode. Tune in next time for another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. Goodbye for now.